Hey folks, Paul here. So, what's been happening? Well, for me, a lot. I have now another member of the family, John Paul, 3.5 weeks old. So, you can imagine, excuse me, my time has been taken up with lots of things. A small person, quite exciting, very scary. So yeah, so I haven't really been able to do too much on the review side of things. Or would you call me a reviewer? Probably not really. I'm just a bloke sitting in a bedroom with an animal onesie behind me, which incidentally isn't mine. Let's just get that right. Yeah, so a lot of my money has been disappearing in many things: cots, nappies, clothes, all the things you have to do when you have one of those small things. But what I did purchase is this. Oh yes, this is a General by Freight Train Mods, a DNA 30 device, pipe mod. But this is not what we're looking at today. This is for another day, because it needs a bit more of my time and attention. Let's have a vape. Fantastic. Very nice. Anyway, enough of that for now. But what I have got is a kit I acquired from Vape and Quit. It's a rebuildable coil kit, as it were, for the Nautilus. Now, these are a bit of an arse to rebuild. You know, it can be done, but it's a bit fiddly. You know, the coils aren't particularly expensive to buy, but for some reason I get through them like a shit goes through goose. I guess I'll vape heavy VG and they get clogged up quite quickly, so I go through quite a lot of them, and they can be quite difficult to get hold of, the coils. I always found myself I had to troll around sites, you know, the normal thing, doing your head in, can't get them because I like mine about the 1.6 ohm. I don't like the higher ohm coils. And they were alright. Nothing wrong with them for me. I know other people have had a few issues saying the coils aren't good. I maybe have had a couple of duds, but not many. So I sort of rebuilt one, but they're a pain in the arse. So, excuse me. Vape and Quit have come out with a really awesome idea. I think it is anyway. It's £10. You get a little bit of organic cotton, but the star of the show for me, and it's very, very simple, is this little thing here. It's a little bit of Delrin plastic. You can just see in the top there it's got a indentation. What you do is make up your coil, sit it in the top of that indentation, run the legs down, you strip down your Nautilus, that goes up into the coil, up into the bottom of the Nautilus with the coil sitting on there. And what they've done, unfortunately it's in this, what they've done is they've drilled out one of the holes to 2mm that go through the middle of the head. When I rebuild it, we'll have a look in the down on the table and you'll see what I mean. And to be fair, it's not bad. I think it's better than the stock. That's me personally. Yeah, not bad. So let's take a vape and see. Really crisp flavour. That is Frozen Pond BG. No dry hits. You have to make sure you don't pack the cotton in there, you know, keep that nice and loose, but I've had no problems with it whatsoever. Very nice vape, and like I say, it's always there. Once you put the coil in it, all you've got to do is pull out the cotton, chuck it away, feed another bit of cotton in, and you're laughing. That's magic. Really good flavour as well. Cotton micro coil. 10 wraps. So I've got 0.30 Canthal, 0.30, and I've used no res wire. So I've got the no res going down to the pin. Why have I used no res, you might ask? Because I can. There's no other reason. I just find it easier to work with down by the pin. You haven't got quite a thick wire. So, and for me it's easy. I've got a zapper. It takes me seconds to do it. So yeah, I'm really impressed with it. It's did I say the price? It's £10. Seems like a lot for that bit of plastic. You get a head as well that's been drilled out already, and it comes with a pre-made coil in it. But that was 2 ohms, the one I got, and it was too much for me. I don't vape at 2 ohms, but it worked. I tried it and it worked. So yeah, so shall we go down? We'll have a look at it, rebuild it, come back out, have another vape, and go from there. Okay, so here's what you get in the kit, and also a head, ready coiled, not to my liking unfortunately. It was a 2 ohm coil, so if we whip that cotton out, check our drill bit's going to fit in there nicely. Which I'm sure it will, because I don't know what size he's built that, but the drill bit fits through. So first we take the centre post out, ease that little leg in there, get hold of the rubber clip, and the coils come out. Now perhaps so this little device here is the crux of it, I think, and it's pretty neat. You get your coil. Drop it on there. So obviously there was one I prepared earlier. Now I've got, this might be a bit excessive, I've got 10 wraps, 0.3 canthal, and then resistance and no resistance wire. Now why have you may ask, have you got resistance and no resistance wire? Because I can, that's the only reason. You could do it with normal wire, I suppose. I just choose to use resistance and no resistance, for the simple reason being because I can. Okay, now that needs to turn into place. You get your drill bit or whatever implement you're using. Straight through. I hope that was on camera. I didn't look, I'm sorry if it wasn't. So as you can see, the small bit there goes up with the coil on it, matches up with the holes, yeah, and then you put your whatever you're using as a guide through the holes. So the holes are already drilled in the head. Now I'm guessing you could drill them yourself if you wanted to use, say, an old head. Wouldn't be a problem. Now I don't know if you're going to be able to, I doubt it, but you might just be able to see down there. Okay, so you can see down there it's caught the coil on the drill bit. I can then take the tool out, which you can see is not exactly rocket science, but it's quite a natty bit of kit. I'm going to get my silicone grommet. I've got to be honest, the head that came with it was already wrapped up, so it comes with a coil already in it when you buy the kit. But to me it was pretty pants. So what I've done there, I've put one leg through the middle of the silicone rubber and one leg I've trapped on the outside, so negative and positive. Going to get my pin, put my pin in, like so. One's trapped, one's not. I'm going to cut off my excess wire. Like so. Check that I haven't got any, massive overhang, so it doesn't catch. Again, the beauty about using the res no res setup is that it's going to be tiny. The wire itself I've got on there is much smaller than the 0.3 canthal, so it's very easy to use. When you're using the 0.30, it's quite chunky to come through these rubbers. You can use it, it's not a problem, but it's a little bit more difficult, as it were. Okay, now the theory is you ease out your bit. It comes supplied with some cotton. Find the edge, he says. Find the edge. Find the edge. this is well wrapped, isn't it? Here we go. Find the edge. Now, you really don't need a lot because it's only a tiny 2mm hole. Something like that will probably do. I'm just going to roll that down in my fingers. Really try and thin it out one end. And if I'm dead lucky, which is most unlikely, you just feed that through there. Oh my god, it's come through. Pull it through. There you go. Try and fluff a bit back up like that. Get your clippers again. Clean it up, clean up the edge. Oops, pulled a bit too much through. Really need to get myself some better clippers. Okay. Other end. Got in there, cut these off almost flush. Also it seems to show in the videos. Make sure you're happy with that, which I almost am. I think that's okay. Yep. That should fluff out. Okay. Get that back in your head. Carefully get my ohms tester out because the upside down tank of the Nautilus is sitting precariously on my toolbox full of juice, which would not be good. Okay, let's see what this reads. 1.4, 1.4, 1.5 is where I was aiming for. Just give that an extra tweak. Put that back in there. Okay, tip that back up. Get that on my Vapor Shark. As you can see, this gets a lot of use, this Vapor Shark, because I like it. 1.4 ohm coil. Yeah, she's vaping. So let's change the camera angle and talk about what we see. Okay, so there it is. Nautilus Rebuildable Coil kit from Vape and Quit. Don't know if that's going to show up very well, but oh, backwards, idiot. So it's from Vape and Quit. It's £10, and I really like the Nautilus, like I said, but getting hold of the coil sometimes can be a real arse. So this gives it a single coil. This one is 1.4 ohms and the performance, I think, is very, very good. If not slightly better than the stock head you can buy, even though that's dual coil. Very good, yeah. Very nice performance. So, obviously, I know a lot of you probably got Nautiluses out there. It's quite a popular bit of kit, and that works quite well. You'd have to excuse my lack of reviewing skill again, because I haven't been doing it for so long, because like I said, we've had a baby. Okay, thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers now, bye.